The 4Runner is finally all new for the 6th gen, and we're showcasing the 2025 Toyota 4Runner Trailhunter in Ice Cap over Mineral. Only one power option when you go this way, and it should be that way because you get an upgraded suspension, you get more skid plates, we got a damn snorkel. But the twist is it's basically a Tacoma, but it's an SUV. I'm Anthony from Hawkeye Rides. I'm gonna throw in some pros and cons while I'm going over the full specs of the exterior, the interior, and go for the drive so you can see what this iForce Max engine has. Now, we lost the V6. We have 2 power options, but when you go this route, it only makes sense to get the more powerful engine. The front is gonna have full LED headlights, daytime runnings that integrate into the Heritage grille with the Toyota badging in bronze. We get the rigid LED fog lights, front parking sensors, and we have skid plates that's covering all the main compartments on the lower, which makes this an off-road beast with the iForce turbocharged 2.4 liter 4-cylinder. And that's producing 326 horsepower, 465 pound-feet of torque. You heard me right. So we lost the V6. But look how much damn power we've gained. That's 56 horsepower more, 187 pound-feet more, achieving 23 mpgs for the city, 24 mpgs for the highway. And if that's not enough, towing has increased to 6,000 pounds opposed to the 5,000 pounds. So when we're complaining about losing a V6, I'm all right with this, because I'm not just getting that performance upgrade, I'm not just getting the upgraded clearance, but I'm also getting this unique suspension, an ARB Old Man Owns 2.5-inch Fox shocks with rear external piggyback remote reservoir multi-terrain system, and that functions for both 4-wheel drive high and 4-wheel drive low, with crawl control, locking rear differential that can help split power by a 50-50 to the rear wheel, with these 18-inch bronze wheels that is unique to the Trailhunter, steel well on the side sill, and the ABR platform on the top, and of course the snorkel. So is it ready for going off-road? I mean, let me know your take on it, because I think this damn thing's a beast. And when you're considering it's the Tacoma, but it's an SUV with room up to 7 on the iForce SR5 in the limited trim, which leads me to a con, because you can only configure that on 2 trims. It would be nice if they let us configure it on more, since there's 9 different trims to choose from, and it can get confusing with the specs. LED tail lights, the rear window lowers, which is great because I have 2 chows. They would love this freaking vehicle because I could just put the window down, keep that JBL sound system playing out loud, with the air condition blowing because you got dual climate control settings and ventilated seats. I mean, this is just a home run when you're thinking about doing a lot of off-roading capabilities, family capabilities, and your daily chores. The lower will get the reverse sensors, the spare tire tucked underneath, 360-degree reverse camera with a digital rear view mirror, and a single exhaust that's exposed. The other cons that I have into play here is it's basically a Lexus, and you're actually right at Lexus money. I mean, you're gonna save maybe 10 grand, but this is the full spec, so you would be getting a base Lexus. So that is something to take in consideration if you are doing any cross shopping. Plus, the safety has been updated. Toyota Safety Sense 3.0 with pre-collision, with pedestrian detection, lane tracing assist, dynamic radar cruise control, lane departure alert, steering assist, automatic high beams, road sign assist, and proactive drive assist. More power, more capabilities. Is it better than the prior gen? Let me know which way you would go in the comments. Power liftgate going into 42.6 cubic feet of storage. You can pull this and you'll have a little bit more storage access, as well as doing so in the back. LED interior lighting, home plug, JBL sound system, and to split fold the rear bench at a 40-60 split. You have to come back here, pull the lever down, maxing cargo to 82.6 cubic feet. The key fob to the new 4Runner Trailhunter. Soft Tech trim heated and ventilated front seats with 8-way power adjustable driver and front passenger seat with 4-way power seat lumbar support. That's going to be standard on the TRD Pro and the Trailhunter. The Platinum will receive premium leather. It's heated and ventilated with the same power seat adjustment and memory for the driver. The TRD Sport Premium and the TRD Off-Road Premium will receive the Soft Tech heated and ventilated front seats. The inside, you can see the welcoming that takes from the Tacoma. You get a storage here with 8 speakers on the SR5, the TRD Sport, and the TRD Off-Road. The 14-inch with these 14 speakers through JBL sound system, including a subwoofer, and the Flex portable Bluetooth speaker is going to be standard on the TRD Sport Premium, the TRD Off-Road Premium, the Limited, Platinum, TRD Pro, and Trailhunter. Making this a tech-forward SUV. Let's fire it up. The digital rear view mirror with the home link is going to be standard on the Platinum, the TRD Pro, and this Trailhunter. It's an option for the TRD Off-Road, the TRD Off-Road Premium, and the Limited. Wireless Apple CarPlay and wireless Android Auto, Sirius XM, AM, FM, streaming Bluetooth audio, Wi-Fi hotspot, put it into reverse, and we got a 360-degree reverse camera, full trajectory for the front and the rear, and it does expand out. You can change different positions. You can also have it where the lines are off or on. Line it up for the tow, and if you are taking it off-road, now you got the pitch and roll here, and you can change that configuration. So they have cleaned it up quite a bit, and I like how usable it is. It's just, a con to me is look how much extra space it is. I mean, half the screen is not on the dash, it just kind of has an eyesore. Heads-up display is only on the Platinum trim. 12.3 digital gauge cluster with selectable gauge display screens and the fuel economy, obviously, with driver assist, the vehicle trip information, and your warning message. Now, the SR5 will have a digital gauge cluster with a 7-inch multi-informational display. You can't get the 12.3. Leather-wrapped steering wheel, heated, multi-function, and you'll have dual climate control settings. The wireless charging pad will not be on the SR5, but it's on all the other trims. A little storage right here with USB ports, a 12-volt right here. And I like how they've configured it where it's easy to run wires, so it's not necessarily just derived for the driver. The multi-terrain select, or the MTS, and the crawl control is going to be standard on the TRD Off-Road, the Premium TRD Off-Road, the TRD Pro, and the Trailhunter. Soft to touch where it needs to be, opens up into a medium-sized storage pocket. Leg space is going to be plenty for the front occupants. The same thing for headroom. They do a good job carving it out. Push this right here, and you can open up that rear window. Door card and dash configured together nicely, and what I like about this is it literally has 2 armrests. So for tall people like me, I can just relax, and for shorter people, you can do the same thing with the Trailhunter badging here. Soft to touch where it needs to be. One touch up and down for the windows. 2 tiers of storage. These pre-wired DC power auxiliary switches is an option on the TRD Off-Road, the TRD Off-Road Premium, standard on the TRD Pro, and the TRD Trailhunter. For the back seat, this is the opening that you have to fit 2 more with the cup holders and armrests down. You get a home plug. You get 2 USB-Cs, air vents, storage behind both of the front seats, the grab handle, which we're going to use just shortly, and the door card is going to have the same materials found in the front, and you have a little storage here, cup holder here. Now to get inside behind me, the seats are carved out for you, so you have plenty of leg space. I've got these seats reclined, so headroom is actually not going to be an issue either. Sliding into the center, you're going to be covering the air vents and all your charging ports, but it is doable. You're going to be sharing some feet space, but leg and shoulder space is actually not really shared. But sitting upright, headroom is a little bit cramped at 6'3", but an easy adjustment like this can make it a little bit better for me to fit. 56 horsepower more, 187 pound-feet of torque more than the V6 that we lost. Now, normally I'm criticizing the vehicle saying, what the hell, we lost the V6, but 326 horsepower, we never had that. Nor did we have 465 pound-feet of torque. Starting with the turn radius, it's about 3 lanes. Let's rock and roll. It has power. It's smooth. You sit up high. It's literally giving me everything that I need for a family SUV, and it's a little bit more practical because we're getting better MPGs also with upgraded technology, but it's gonna take me into some pros and cons. Starting off with the pros, I like all the new updates. I mean, the 6th generation is exactly what we were needing, but is it a little bit over the top? Well, that's gonna take me to the con part, which is this 14-inch screen. It's just humongous. It covers up pretty much the whole focal point of this dash, and it would look a lot better if it was lowered and actually installed in the dash instead of hanging out about 4 or 5 inches upwards. I like that we get storage in the dashboard for the passenger, the JBL sound system. I think it's cool. You could take the Flex speaker with you. I like the technology that you have for the 360-degree reverse camera, because when you drive up to about 8 miles an hour, give or take, it will stay on because this is a wider vehicle, it's a longer vehicle, and you're sitting up higher. You do feel that also when you're doing the drive. It's a little bit more smooth though, with the seat cushioning being a little bit more favorable for taller people as well as the everyday drive, because the cushion itself is actually quite comfortable. I like that they've kept physical buttons so everything isn't derived through this infotainment screen. And even though the windows are a little bit more sleek for my liking, you still have plenty of visibility. But the big setback is you got 9 different trims. The 2 powertrains, I'm all right with that. The towing capabilities, it's more than enough for this type of SUV. You don't get standard wireless charging pad on the SR5. You actually get stripped out of a lot of amenities, and the MSRP is obviously increased. You're over 40 grand. You do still get upgrades because it is all new, and this is the same platform as Lexus, which is awesome. But come on. Lower the trims a little bit. It's just too many freaking options. And then in the cargo, yeah, we're getting a little bit more here and there, but we're actually losing a little bit of cargo too, because of the way the back is. It lifts up more, so we're losing top to bottom storage capacity. I will say though, because it has more power, you can get this thing motivated a lot quicker than the prior gen. I really appreciate that, because the last gen 4Runner, which took forever for this all-new design, was just really slow. It was getting very dated, small screen, the whole center cluster, it was just a little bit too much plastic. They don't really stress that on this, which when you're at a $70,000+ price point, I appreciate that. But then the problem that I have ultimately is they've literally taken the Tacoma and put a cover on the back to make it an SUV. I feel like they went a little bit lazy. Yes, they've done some updates that are superior, but it's literally the same damn thing as a 4Runner. It's just closed in to make an SUV. So it's a copy paste. Why in the heck could they not have done the refresh just a little bit different? I like the new Tacoma, don't get me wrong. I just would have preferred to have a different vehicle when it comes to the 4Runner. We're gonna give you one last take of some rock and roll. We're gonna pull over here on the side. Going about 7, let's go. It has some pickup to it. Now we're going to slow it down. We're gonna change the mode to normal, about 35, and we're on an incline. I mean, it's giving us more power than the prior gen. Does have a little bit of lag, but I'm definitely enjoying the upgraded performance. But let me know your thoughts in the comments, and if you're new to the channel, consider subscribing. Check this next video out right here,